So, why your family hates you? The problem is with them, not you. So, try not to blame yourself. But we still tend to overthink. We're just disappointed. Just for a small thing. You know, they're easily offended and would want to cut ties for small things. Unlike family members or who are openly being toxic to you, openly being insecure. They don't like block you or cut you off. But these people, just very disappointing. People are just not as kind, as magnanimous, as forgiving as me. I try to move on. I've moved on. But for them, they never really moved on. Try to blame me for how I reacted back then to what they did to me. I've gone through worse than them, uh, with regards to what other family members have done to me. So yeah, I've forgiven worse people than them. Then yeah, I've forgiven worse people, family members. But for them, for some petty reason, they have everything, but they're still not happy. They're richer than me. Well, it's only because I retired early and I don't like people. That's the only reason that they're richer than me now. But unlike then, when I worked hard for early retirement, so maybe I achieved things that they couldn't, and now I achieve those things on my own. It's just a pettiness. It just shows that they never really matured, and dragged down, constantly dragged down to their level. So they're the ones who are negative and toxic, not me. I was there. They added me to the conversation, and I was very very positive and happy. Just to talk to family, but then they still hold a lot of resentment, and I'm trying to be more considerate of people, even though they done me a lot of wrong, especially if they're family. Because getting old, what's there to life, than to live in resentment. But they would like to, maybe because they have a lot of leverage. They have family, they have kids, they have wives, they have husbands to rant to. For me, I just live by myself, being independent. So I guess this is reality. You really can't please people, and you know even though you reacted for what they did, they still blame you. So that's why I should tell them to raise your children better so that they don't end up like us. So I'm just glad I end up successful, early retired, earning foreign currency in this third world country. So I think I'm just lucky, or I'm lucky. I have a very strong mind. I have a lot of talent and skills and abilities. I'm not that strong, but I managed to be independent, by my own house. Survive alone, and get out of the box, think out of the box. And get out of the rat race earlier than everyone else I've ever known, with my own capabilities. If you know what I mean. Maybe they hate me for that. still competing. Me, I'm not competing. I don't care if you're like rich. I feel sad, jealous, but I don't take it against you. Because I don't know who you married. Uh, well, they have advantages. Maybe they're women. So um, I don't. I can get married to someone rich, but I don't want to. I don't love that person. So I'm not just after financial stability. I can do that on my own, and I'm financially stable if I just live a simple life, basically. Um, yeah, it's just well, we can't expect people to move on. People never really move on. Unlike me, I get amnesia. I forget. I try to forget. So I take steps to forget. Example, I wasn't given full scholarship despite my family being poor because I don't look poor. I don't know, my skin. They're insecure. Might be insecure with my skin and the way I act and my demeanor. So I forgot that person's name, that person's face. I want to forget. As long as it's not that life threatening. Sure, was put in a huge disadvantage, but I still made it. I still find a way to make it, even if people make life hard for me just because they're insecure, don't like me, they're not happy with their lives. I don't. The thing is, for me, I don't make life hard for people on purpose. And it's very annoying. They start a conversation with you, but they don't want to listen to you because they hate you, they're insecure all this time, they never forgiven you, they never moved on, and they just think of themselves actually, first, of course. So if it's them, they yap 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 yap, but you can't reason out. I can't reason out that I'm on a budget. And suddenly there's this blast of issues from the past. People never really matured. You know these days, conversation, whether it's family or not, a conversation for them is an argument just because I didn't agree with their opinions or their way of life or whatever. I was just saying that I'm on a budget. We don't have the same income, so because for them, it's easy for them to spend that amount of money just for a party. I mean, they prepared for it. They can't even give me time to prepare. I mean, with the cost of living, so you know, uh, it's cost of living expenses are increasing, so I have to stay on a budget. It's like a business, so yeah, my income is like a business. It's not always, you're not always doing well. There will be times, days, months, years that with income is not well, so I have to save money, and maybe use some of that saved money, to keep me happy.